What's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Steven Matz has been traded to the Blue Jays. But is there more in store for the Mets? And could that involve Trevor Bauer? Let's get to it. And what is going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Good evening. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday evening. Hope you're all well. It is late. This is usually not the time I start my streams. I start my streams probably a couple hours ago. But we got some news in tonight. And we could be seeing, maybe, I'm not confirming anything here. There's nothing being confirmed. But I'm starting to connect some dots. And I don't know. It's looking like maybe Trevor Bauer could be on his way to the Mets. Not confirming that. Not saying there's anything out there that's confirming that. I'm just looking at some things. I mean, he could definitely still go to another team. But I don't know. I'm seeing a couple of things happening here. And this could mean maybe we could be seeing Trevor Bauer as a Met in the near future. So, everyone, hope you're doing good. Hope you're all well. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. I'm seeing Tommy Dillon. I'm seeing Richard Martinez. Chester is here. Orioles is here. David Knight is here. Hello. Jared Grant. Hello. Shay Grossbaum. Hello. Eric is here. Hello. Hello. Kevin Guerrera. Hello. Iron Sports Edits. What is going on? Hello, Larry Fitzgerald. What is going on? How are we doing? I'm seeing 108 people. Wow, I'm seeing 121 people. We just got like 15, 20 people just joined. Everyone, hello. Hope you're all, again, having a great Wednesday. Let's just kind of get right to it. So there was a move earlier, kind of a big move considering the name. He's had a decent career with the Mets. He's had a rocky couple of seasons with the Mets lately. But we did see a trade earlier with the Blue Jays, and that is Steven Matz. He is heading to the Blue Jays, and we're going to go over this trade here in a second. But this could possibly mean a lot more than just a trade of Steven Matz to the Blue Jays. So let's actually let's cover this real quick. Let's share the screen, and then we'll get to the bigger story at hand. So let's go over this trade real quick, sharing the screen here. So as you can see, the Blue Jays have acquired Steven Matz. Both teams have announced it. As of about an hour and a half ago, the teams have announced the deal. 8:35, this is when everything started to break. This is according to Jeff Passan. 8:35, the Blue Jays and Mets are closing in on a swap that would send lefty Steven Matz to Toronto. Robert Murray of Fansided tweeted that a trade between the clubs was coming. Michael Mayer of Metsmerized also tweeted the same thing. So for the Mets, this is actually good for the Mets. They're getting some prospects back. I think that's great for them to get some prospects back. They really needed to start putting more into that farm system. But if we take a look at Steven Matz, I mean, he's still only 29 years old. Steven Matz has shown some promise, but the last couple of years have not been great for him. He's had an up and down career for the most part, but he has shown some promise. I mean, 2019 wasn't really bad, but we'll get to that here in a second. But 2020 was really a lost season for him. 0-5 on the year, a 9.68 ERA, over 9 games, 6 starts total. He did finish a game, but overall, really bad. A 7.76 FIP. He was getting a good amount of strikeouts, but he was giving up 4 home runs per 9. That is just awful. Walking a few guys. I mean, 2019 was okay. Had a 4.21 ERA. The FIP was a little high, 4.60. About 8.5 strikeouts per 9. Not a bad season. That's like a 4th starter in a rotation. Not bad. Maybe a 5th in a good rotation. But then 2018 had the 30 starts. The ERA was a little better. The FIP was still around the same. Strikeouts, walks, home runs were still around the same. Overall, probably his best season. If we actually go take a look here at some wins above replacement. So yeah, it looks like 2016, 2019 were his best seasons according to wins above replacement. 2016 actually looked pretty good. So that was the year after they made it to the World Series. It looks like he missed some starts that year. He was dealing with some injuries. The 3.40 ERA, 22 starts. Oh, we got something happening here. Lawrence Schrantz with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Lawrence. Really appreciate that. Oh, we had another super chat earlier. Oh, I'm so sorry. Scooter McTutor. We had a super chat from you. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure why that didn't pop up. What's up, Robbie? The Mets are the only team that has reportedly been offering Bauer. Yes, Scooter. We're going to get right into that here in a second. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, my friend. Not sure why they didn't pop up on the screen. I apologize for that. But again, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that. JD Peace, what's going on? How you doing? So, FYNX, the GameStop thing makes me laugh. All right, so Steven Matz, he's going to be a Blue Jay. Let's actually go take a look real quick. Have they updated these prospects? So let's take a look here. So as we can see, they got 3 prospects. They got Josh Winkowski. Where is he at? Okay, he's the number 27 prospect. High upside guy, right-hander, number 27 in the Blue Jays system. They got Sean Reed Foley. Is he on here? I've seen his name on Baseball Trade Values. I know he's there. But it looks like he's not in the top 30. And let's check the last guy, Yenzi Diaz. Yenzi, I mean, hey, not a bad little get here for the Mets, honestly. Got a few prospects. I mean, not bad for the Mets, honestly. I mean, Steven Matz, it seemed like he really needed a change of scenery. Steven Matz has been a very well-liked player in Queens. He's been really big helping out the fire department there. He's been really big in the community with New York, and so I'm sure a lot of Mets fans are sad to see him go. But when you look at the production from him, just overall, not very good. Like I said, this past season, it seemed like maybe he could use a change of scenery. And then for the Blue Jays as well, if we go take a look here at the Blue Jays depth chart, I mean, again, they need depth. I've been stressing this a lot in past streams where, yes, I think it was great that the Blue Jays got a George Springer. I think that was awesome. But the pitching depth, it needs to be improved. So they're adding depth here, and I think that's good for the Blue Jays. I really do think they could still use a guy to go at the top with a Hyun-Jin Ryu. Could you go after a guy like a Kyle Hendricks? I think that's possible. I don't think they get a Chris Bryant at this point, signing Marcus Semien. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. But I think the Blue Jays still do need another guy to go with Ryu. I mean, they got some depth now. So, I mean, as you can see here, you got 6 guys that are capable of starting, and now you're adding a Steven Matz. So, who knows? Maybe a change of scenery will help him, a different approach to things, a new voice in his head, a new pitching coach. Maybe that could end up being a really good thing for him. So, now, let's get to the big story here. I mean, while this is decent news in itself, Steven Matz, I mean, yes, if that happened any other day or whenever, I'd still be talking about it, even if there were other things going on. Steven Matz, I think, he's a decent guy to have in a rotation at the back end of the rotation. However, I think that this is leading to something a lot bigger here. And that is Trevor Bauer to the Mets could be looking very realistic at this point. I predicted this in the beginning of the offseason. I thought, you know what? The Mets, they're trying to get back into relevancy. They're trying to get back into serious competition. They're trying to change the culture. It's more than just winning. Yes, winning is very nice, but it almost feels like the Mets, the Mets, obviously, it's Queens. You got a lot going on there. You got a lot of media going on there. I think the Mets are really trying to kind of just put themselves back out there, not competition-wise, but just in the public eye as well. And I think they just want to make the team not just competitive, but just a fun team again. And just my personal opinion, from hearing what Sandy Alderson said about Trevor Bauer in the beginning of the offseason, saying that he liked how Trevor Bauer was a different guy. He liked how he just kind of had a different personality. And they like Trevor Bauer. They like what he brings to the table, not just on the field, but they like what he brings off the field as well. And I really think Trevor Bauer, not only does he help them solidify, if he does go there, that rotation would be nasty. That's the first thing that comes to my mind is Trevor Bauer. Yes, I do think he needs to kind of prove a little bit more. You know, the 60-game season last year was very good, but I want to see that over a full season. He's had one other good season in 2018. He's had a few good, solid seasons here and there. Do I think he's a $35 million guy? No, I do not. I do not think he's that. I'd offer the guy 25. Honestly, that's where I'm at with him. I don't think he's worth that much. I think he's going to be anywhere from 25 to 30. I think that's realistic with him. I don't think he's a $30 million guy. That's just my personal opinion. You can disagree with me if you want. I just feel like I need to see more out of him. And especially too, he's had, some off the field kind of stuff as well. Even when it came to the postseason, he was not reliable in that postseason. I mean, he busted up his thumb, in that Blue Jays series, flying around a drone, and he wasn't available for them. Blood or pouring out of his thumb in that game. And he couldn't even be reliable for that. I think he just needs to prove more before I really consider him like this kind of a top tier guy. I think the stuff is there. I think the potential is there for Trevor Bauer to be one of the elite pitchers in this game, up there with a Jacob deGrom, a Garrett Cole, a Scherzer, a Verlander. I think he has the potential to be there. I don't think he's there yet. As good as he was last year, I need to see more of it from him. But if you put Bauer in this rotation with the Mets, that's a tough rotation to beat, especially come playoff time, because not only do you have talent at the top of that rotation with a deGrom and a Bauer, but you got depth too. Syndergaard coming back. You brought Stroman back. He should be healthy. He should be good to go. You brought in Carrasco. You still got David Peterson. There's a lot to like about that rotation with a Trevor Bauer in the number 2 spot. So let's kind of get to some things here. Let's share the screen. Here we go. So I'm going to kind of share a few things on why this could be a possibility. Here we go. Sharing the screen with you all. I'm seeing 185 people here in the chat. If anyone is new, we're trying to get to 6K by opening day. We just hit 5,000 recently. If you can hit that subscribe button for us, if you are looking for more news and content, hit that subscribe button. Join the community here. We're trying to get to 6K by opening day. Hit that like button for me as well, everyone. That's going to get this out to more people. We're almost at 200 people right now. More likes equals more eyes on the stream. So hit that like button for me. Enough of me rambling. So as you can see, Steven Matz, he is, I'm telling you, Fangraphs, from what I can see, they are quick. They are a quick group of guys over here because they have already gotten his contract off of here. And they have already put him on the Blue Jays. These guys are good, man. They are quick. Man. Anyway, but getting back to the Mets. As you can see, $180 million is where they're at right now. The luxury tax line is $210. They got $30 million. Usually you don't really want to make it too tight. I mean, yes, they are $30 million away from it, but you want to give yourself some flexibility as well, anywhere maybe from $5 to $10 million. This is what I'm kind of thinking in my head. I'm kind of wondering right now if they cleared out Steven Matz to try and make room payroll wise for a Trevor Bauer. I think they could end up giving him more of a, I don't know if he ends up like that's, I'm so curious to see what the length of the contract is going to be wherever he signs. It could be with the Mets. I mean, whoever. I'm very interested to see how many years he ends up getting. I'm kind of wondering if he does end up getting a decent length of a contract, let's just say 5 years. I'm wondering if that's going to be more of a backloaded contract. I'm wondering if they are saying to him, hey, you know what? This year, could we do $25 million for this year? But because after that, you got a lot of guys coming off the books. You would have Stroman coming off in 2022, and if they decide not to bring him back. Familia, I don't see them bringing him back. You got Brad back with $2 million here. Betances, he's got the vesting option, so you don't know if he's going to come back. I would plan on having that option vesting. Aaron Loop, they just signed him today. That's another good signing for the Mets. They needed another bullpen arm. But then you got some other guys too. Syndergaard, Lindor, Conforto coming off. So they do have money coming off. And then after 2022, again, Carrasco may be coming off. Then Trevor May, he would come off. And then Cano eventually would come off. They have money coming off the books. I think with Trevor Bauer, if this ends up happening, I think you're going to see him get a smaller salary in the first year because realistically, they're $30 million away. You got to give yourself some flexibility money-wise in case you need to make some kind of a trade or something during the season. I'm thinking right now, maybe they go 24, 25, maybe even like 23 that first year. And then they end up giving him a lot more. Again, it depends on the length of the contract. Could they maybe do, if I pull up some math real quick, let's just say 23, and then you go, I don't know, 34 plus 34. Let's say they do Bauer for 3 years, $90 million. And then but the average would end up being like $30 million per year. And then you just give him a lot less that first year to make it work payroll wise. And that's what I'm wondering if this is going to happen because I don't know. It's like, why get rid of a Steven Matz? It's for prospects. Why? I don't see, unless something is happening. Who could that be? Trevor Bauer? I don't know. I know just as much as you all here in the chat. 205 people in the chat right now. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I started late tonight. I'm not going to lie, everyone. I was cuddling up in my bed. Okay, I wasn't cuddling with my pillow just yet, but I was relaxing in my bed. I was on the Twitter. I was looking around. I was kind of seeing some stuff popping up, and I'm like, oh boy, we may have to go live here. So I threw my pants on, threw my jersey on, hat on, and here we are. So definitely a late start to tonight. So again, some payroll has been cleared. A rotation spot, someone has been taken off of the roster. A roster spot has been cleared. Now, if we go take a look at some other things, Maria Torres of the LA Times is reporting that the Angels are no longer in on Trevor Bauer. She is actually, she wrote an article today saying this was actually not a very good fit from the start. I kind of disagree with that, but she was kind of saying that him and the pitching coach there, what was his name again? Mickey Callaway. So they did not get along in Cleveland from 2013 to 2017. Bauer has long taken a progressive approach to pitching. He was an early adopter of such techniques such as throwing weighted balls, long tossing, utilizing cameras to improve pitches. Callaway's style is more traditional. He uses analytical tools sparingly. Last year, he said he prefers to use them to make a little nudge. So, I don't know. I feel like with this stuff, you can end up making things work out in this kind of a way, like, different views on things. You can kind of work things out. So that's why I remember reading about Mickey Callaway. Like, I don't know if I read about it or if someone said it to me. I don't remember, but I remember Mickey Callaway coming up at one point, and I kind of thought, I'm like, you know what? I mean, you could maybe make it work, I mean, hey, people have to work together. They don't really agree on things all, in everyday life. So, but she is saying here that Trevor Bauer, they're not in on him anymore. So let's just kind of read this real quick. The Angels have been searching for a rotation ace for years. Yada, yada, yada. The arrival of a new general manager a few months ago should have signaled a change in the approach to the starting pitching acquisitions, yet it hasn't. With a few weeks remaining until the scheduled start of spring training, the Angels have yet to land a frontline starter. Unless there is a significant philosophical shift, they won't. And that's another thing. And I was kind of thinking, the philosophical thing. I'm just saying here, please, no spam in the chat, please. Please, no spam in the chat. I've been kind of saying here for a bit, the Angels missed out on Garrett Cole last year. It looks like they're going to miss out on Trevor Bauer this year, which I think is a huge blow. That's a huge blow, if you ask me. But over the years, they have not really been able to land any pitching. They've landed position players. They've gotten Mike Trout signed up long term. They brought in Pujols at one point years ago. They just brought in Anthony Rendon recently. There seems to be no issue when it comes to position players, but for some reason, this organization has just failed time and time and time again to land any really impact starting pitching. CJ Wilson, they brought him in at one point, but CJ Wilson, he was pretty good when he was with the Rangers, but I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if pitchers are just going there and they're just like, nah, I don't like their approach, That's my thinking. Because I don't know why the Angels just can't ever seem to land starting pitching. I'm not really sure why. But again, another reason for why Trevor Bauer could be heading to the Mets is, again, she is reporting that the Angels are out of it. So I was trying to read this real quick earlier. But he's not a great fit in Anaheim, according to people with knowledge of the Angels' thinking. Even if the team were to offer him the record-setting annual value greater than 36 he reportedly seeks. Finances are a factor. The Angels' payroll in relation to the luxury tax stood at $186.5 last week after they added Quintana. It is unclear how close owner Art Moreno is willing to let the luxury tax threshold of $210 million or get to $210 million, but he has never spent more than $194 million he committed to the 2020 opening day roster. So, when I kind of look at this, if I go back to the payroll, going to the Angels, looking at the Angels. So right now, at least according to Fangraphs, it says 172 right there. However, the estimated luxury tax payroll, you got to make sure you scroll down to the bottom because it could be different here. It says here 186.5, just like the article said. So that puts them at around 25 million. However, if you look at the Angels right now, yes, we know they could definitely use a Trevor Bauer. However, if you look at the Angels right now when it comes to starting pitching, they have no depth. They got Bundy, they got Heaney, they just signed Quintana, they got Griffin Canning. You got Ohtani, but you can't rely on Ohtani being that guy. They have they got Jaime Barria. Who is this? So he pitched last year. He pitched 5 games. Did okay, actually. So he could definitely be in the mix for a spot. But if you really look at it, the Angels don't have much depth. They really don't. So that's why I'm kind of thinking here, I think the Angels they're going to go after more depth kind of guys. Because if you add Bauer, well, then you're at the luxury tax. So if we go here to some remaining free agents, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. I just figured, you know what? The Angels, I don't know. The Angels, they really kind of need a guy at the top. But I don't know. I guess with the money, they're not willing to give that kind of money and run out of that luxury tax room. So if we go to some arms on the market here, you could go get yourself an Odorizzi. Tanaka's back to Japan. So that's pretty unfortunate if you ask me. I can't believe no teams were able to bring him in. You still got Paxton out there. There are some deals you could get done. Could you go get a Hendricks? their farm system's not very deep, but they got top-heavy guys where, you know, upside, pretty like high upside guys that have good value. So the Angels could go get something done if they wanted to for someone maybe like a Kyle Hendricks. But free agent-wise, you know, you got like toward these kind of tier 2 kind of guys like Odorizzi, Paxton. You got some kind of lower tier guys. Could you have a Cole Hamels come in on like a pretty cheap deal? You could bring in probably Anibal Sanchez for probably close to nothing. Rich Hill is still sitting out there. Arrieta's out there. You got some guys that you can bring in for cheap. And I'm kind of wondering if that's what they could end up doing. Taijuan Walker's still out there. Could you bring him in? There's some guys. Maybe take a chance on like a Colin McHugh. Maybe take a chance on like a Matt Moore. You know, something like that. Maybe like a Matt Shoemaker you could take a chance on. Bring him back. Felix Hernandez is still out there. There's a lot of things the Angels could do. And I think you could end up seeing them go into like some kind of a flurry of maybe signing like a few starting pitchers here. Because it seems like right now, Bauer is just not a fit. Another thing to take note of. Besides this article today written by Maria Torres, there was also an interesting tweet from Noah Syndergaard. Oh, where did the tweet go? So he tweeted out something interesting today. He tweeted out SpongeBob SquarePants. Something exciting coming. Look at SpongeBob. He's just flipping through. Oh, I'm reading the comments here. Oh, I thought I just saw I saw Edwin Diaz get traded to the Dodgers. I was like, huh? What? Anyway, but Noah Syndergaard tweeted this out today. I mean, to me, I don't think Rodiger, please, no spamming. Please. But I mean, what other news is there? I mean, something exciting. Well, Steven Matz, trading him away, I don't think he would find that very exciting. They've been playing together for a few years now. I don't think he would think that's exciting. But, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty interesting. And he put the ... dots. Every time you got the dots involved, that's, could mean something. But overall here, I really think, and then you got a couple other, and then you had Mark Feinson tweet out earlier, the Mets trade doesn't mean that Trevor Bauer will definitely be signing with the Mets, but it certainly opens the door wider. Mets now have an additional $5.2 million of payroll space, not to mention a vacancy in the rotation. So this was actually tweeted about an hour ago. I could go look on here if there's any other. Am I missing something? We're kind of in real time right now, so I'm kind of just going off the rails, and we're diving into Twitter right now. Oh, look, I tweeted out. Oh wow, I got 9 likes on this tweet. Thank you so much, everyone. It's not a lot of likes, but that's a lot for me, and I like that. But also, there's also the report over the weekend. That the Mets seem to, right now, they have made the only formal offer for Trevor Bauer. And that's another thing to take note of. So let me pull that article up. Here we go. Trevor. So I reported this a couple days ago on my stream. So this is today, January 27th. Martino has a bit more information on the Mets offer. Let's see what he's saying here. He tweeted this out tonight. On Mets Hot Stove, presented by Geico, Martino NYC, give the latest on Mets' pursuit of Trevor Bauer. All right, so we got a 2-minute, 44-second clip. All right, well, let's watch here. Here, let me actually make sure. 1 second. Let me make sure I got the volume turned on. All right, okay. Here we go. All right, so let's take a watch here. This was tonight that he reported this.
We reported yesterday that the Mets had made an offer to Bauer. That's significant because that's the first known team that's made an offer to Trevor Bauer. Well, we can add to that a little bit of context and information here tonight, is that my understanding is that that offer is for 4 years or less, is at that lower than $36 million value, and does contain opt-outs. So the idea would be potentially appealing to Trevor Bauer, who has talked about taking short-term deals, that there would be opportunities for him to turn this into a short-term deal. So you're talking about 4 years or less with opt-outs in those 4 years. Not yet at the AAV that Bauer is reportedly, and what I'm also hearing, searching for. So that perhaps explains why I'm told that the sides, while they continue to talk, aren't close to a deal. So it's something that we're continuing to monitor.
So, to kind of take what Andy said, to take it a step further, Rachel Luba, I talked to probably 2 weeks ago now, and she had said that there were multiple offers at the time. Now, you have to sort through what's truth and what's fiction many times there, but I believe that there were multiple offers from multiple teams. And so what I've heard more recently is it's been a little more hectic behind the scenes. They're trying to push this forward. Obviously, you can get a little bit closer to trying to finalize a type of deal. Now, nothing is imminent, but sorting through that, you're a first-time agent like she is, and you have a high-profile client, probably the most high-profile at the moment on this whole entire free agent market. So sorting through that is, I think, is challenging. I think that's where what I'm hearing is, it's been the hectic activity has been a little bit greater this week than it has been in prior weeks.
Todd, you've really been bullish here on Trevor Bauer. Do you remain so? And if so, how do you feel about a short-term, high average annual value contract?
Yeah, I'm still bullish on him because I think he's going to be a huge piece to any rotation that gets him. So I think from a value as a pitcher, as the best pitcher on the market, and something that I think could really solidify a Mets rotation.
All right, so pretty much you're hearing here that it could be a shorter term deal. Could be within 4 years. I was just saying that just a little bit ago. I think you could see a 3-year. I'm gonna kind of go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say 3-year, $90 million. He'll make like 23 this first year, 23, 25 the first year. Second year, they'll bump it up to like 32 or something like that, and then he'll have like an opt-out. So maybe he can opt out after that second year. Or if it's a 4-year deal, maybe 3 years. And I don't know. I feel like a 3-year deal, I think that could end up being it. 3 years, you can opt out after 2, and you can, and then you can kind of, if you want to, go on your merry way. That's what I really think that, because the first year, it's going to have to be 25 or less. You need to have flexibility. You can't, just because you have a limit of $210 million, just because you have that limit for the luxury tax, that doesn't mean you go right to $209.9 million, right? You got to have some flexibility there in case someone goes down with injury or whatever happens, that if you need to make a trade of some sort, or if you want to upgrade in some areas and you got to take on someone's contract, that you need to have that flexibility. It's important to have. So just because they have $30 million in cap space, that doesn't mean you go give Trevor Bauer $30 million. So I don't know, $5 million even seems like a little tight if you ask me. I'm going to say, fine, I'll go $25 million the first year. Second year, I'll go like 30, maybe $30 million, maybe like $30 million that second year. So, and then whatever the difference is so 25, 30, 55. So what is that? So then maybe 25 for the first year, 30 for the second year, and then 35 for the third year. Maybe get like a $5 million increase every single year, and then he can opt out after the second year. So that's what I'm thinking. Bauer's not going to make as much money this year if it does end up being the Mets. Very interested to see how this ends up shaking up. If we go take a look at the Mets, here, Mets depth chart. Again, if you're looking at this rotation, this would be a nasty rotation, and this is one of the reasons I predicted Bauer to go to the Mets in the beginning of the offseason. I'm going to say this: I am never, ever, 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 ever again doing an updated free agent predictions. I did that out of like boredom. I thought it would be fun, okay, I got to change my mind. No, I am never doing that ever again. I'm making one round of predictions, the beginning of the offseason, one round. That's it, and I'm not going to change them. Yes, Odd Villain, I appreciate it. It was fun. I did like that stream. That was a fun stream. That was a late stream, too. I was tired that night. But maybe instead of changing my predictions, I can maybe go back to my original predictions and we can kind of see how they're going. But this time, I'm not going to change them because I've gotten a couple of predictions right on those. I have gotten a couple of them right. I got Real Muto going back to the Phillies. I got McCann going to the Mets. I've had a couple others. I'm trying to think of who a couple others are. I don't know. I have to go back to it. Definitely got George Springer wrong. Definitely got that wrong. But anyway, yeah, I am no longer changing my predictions ever again. Never again am I doing that because, that's especially if I get Bauer right, I switched it to the Angels. So, and that did not work out. Anyway, getting here to the Mets rotation. I mean, this would be nasty. DeGrom, Bauer, Stroman, Carrasco, and then you got Syndergaard coming back. Oh, come on. And then you would have Peterson and Lucchesi. You can have Lucchesi in the bullpen as like a swing man. Peterson can go, Peterson can be kind of like that 6-man, swing man as well. Dude, this Mets team, if they get Bauer, oh man. Because then it's not only that they get Bauer, it's that they could have Lucchesi go to the bullpen. But then they have depth. You can have Lucchesi, Peterson come out of the bullpen, pitch a few innings at a time. And if they need to make a spot start here and there, it ends up working out that way. This is such a good team. Such a good team. You got Lindor now. Dominic Smith, he's going to be able to play out in left. You got McNeil playing at second. They are such a better team. I mean, you had Cano go down, and that was addition by subtraction. Because of that, you were able to move McNeil to second. You were able to move Dominic Smith out to left. And, I still think they need to maybe upgrade center field. They could still do that. You could still get an upgrade out in center field with Brandon Nimmo. I don't think he's great there defensively. Bauer with them, oh, man. That's exciting. I'll tell you, this season could end up being a lot of fun. Come on. If you get Bauer on the Mets, you got 3 teams in the National League that either one of those teams you could make a case for that one of those teams to get to the World Series. The Dodgers, the Padres, the Mets. You got some other teams out there too. The American League is wide open this year. You got a case for the Yankees. You can make a case for the White Sox. The Athletics seem to be sticking around every single year. The Rays seem to figure it out every single year. Sorry, I'm forgetting the Blue Jays here. The Blue Jays, they've gotten better this offseason. My Red Sox could maybe sniff at a wild card spot. That's possible. I think the Red Sox, I'll tell you right now, everyone, I'm sorry for the bias here, but I'm really saying this. I don't care if it was the Orioles or the Phillies or whatever. The Red Sox could end up having a decent team this year. I don't think they're going to be great, but I think they could be pretty good. Anyway, but you got a lot of teams this year. Last year, to be honest with you, last year stunk. 2020 stunk. And not just in life, but the season stunk. 60 games. Pretty much it was like everyone was picking Dodgers Rays for the World Series. Or not everyone, but a lot of like the experts were going Dodgers Rays. Or going Yankees Dodgers. It was not a very fun season to me. And now this season coming up, this is going to be fun. I think Bauer, I predicted this from the beginning. I thought it made a lot of sense, not just on the baseball side of it, but just the culture as well. The Mets are looking for a new attitude. They're looking for, you got a new owner there. Every time you get a new owner, philosophies are going to change, viewpoints are going to change, culture is going to change. Steve Cohen's a guy. He wants to learn things. He's even said that. Yes, he's obviously he's going to be the owner. He's going to be running the business side of the team, but he wants to learn. And Bauer comes in, and Bauer. I mean, whatever you can love or hate Bauer, but either way, you're going to learn something from a Trevor Bauer. I think ultimately this would be a fantastic move. I think Bauer, to me, when I looked at potential fits, I thought Bauer to the Mets, it was the Mets or the Angels for me. And that, to me, I think was such a good fit. If this happens, oh boy, look out, because that's nasty. But all right, everyone. That's all I got here. But again, we could be maybe seeing something here. We did see the Mets make an offer over the weekend. Steven Matz is going to the Blue Jays. That's clearing up some payroll. That clears up a spot in the rotation. I mean, you got now, what is her name? Maria Torres. She's reporting that the Angels are out of it. Noah Syndergaard today with Mr. SpongeBob SquarePants. He's saying something exciting is coming. I mean, I'm telling you, there's some stars here, and this isn't just, me taking a stab in the dark. This is like, I think this is going to happen. I really think so. But that's all I got, everyone. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't want to come on too long tonight. I wasn't even going to go live. And then I kind of started to see some stuff happening. I'm like, you know what? I got to get on here for a little bit. We got to talk about it. So I'll hang out in the chat for a few minutes because I'm going to be honest with you, everyone. I've been trying to take some melatonin lately, and I took some melatonin earlier, and I was actually starting to wind down. I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to sleep good tonight. And then I saw the Steven Matz trade, and I was like, oh, boy. Oh, this could be fun. I might fall asleep midstream. So, but we're still here. But I'll take some time here in the chat. But alrighty, Jake Romeo, it's a book club. Yes, Noah Syndergaard is starting his own book club. That's what I like to see. Here we go. Anthony Ranger, I agree. Blue Jays are not done. They need to the Angels, there's so many free agents out there still. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work. Angels, Blue Jays, they need to make some moves. Don't sleep on the White Sox. I agree, Great Bambino. The White Sox, I think, could be a fun team this year. Oscar, yep, Santander. There was talks about the Marlins looking into him. Yes, Rodiger, Yankees got O'Day. That was a good move for them. Basically, O'Day is like, Darren O'Day is pretty much a cheaper Ottavino. He's pretty much a cheaper submarine version with less velocity than of an Ottavino. So I like that move, though, because it gives the Yankees like a different look out of the bullpen. He's used to pitching in Yankee Stadium, with, being with the Orioles all those years. I like that move. So, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good move. Good move. $2.5 million. That's pretty cheap. You're saving what, $7.5 million by trading away Ottavino. Larry Fitzgerald, Rosenthal to the Padres. I think the Padres need to make that happen. I think right now, I still think the Dodgers are the team to beat in that National League. I think the Mets and Padres, right now, their bullpens are a bit of a question mark. But I loved Trevor May to the Mets. I love that move. Chester, yes, I am actually thinking about it. I would like to do it. I just need to figure out, because I don't have anything to stream from my PS4 to the computer. But I know there's something I can download where I can send the signal from the PS4 to the computer and like over Wi-Fi, I guess. I forget what that's called, but I would like to do that. I would like to start doing some hangout streams and just kind of talking. It's just been kind of hard too lately because there's a lot of moves lately going on, and I've actually had to go live a couple of times on Sundays, and that's the night I would think I would do it, is like Sunday night. Where it's, kind of just like a, end of the weekend, kind of hang out for a little bit, play some MLB The Show, Oh, James, you got something? Yeah, the only thing that I was seeing, I forget what it's called. It's something with PlayStation. It's like a software I can download, and then basically the signal from the PS4 goes to the computer. So, and then I can just stream. So, let's see. You think Arenado will be traded? No, I don't think Arenado is going to be traded. I think that contract is too much. The contract's too much. Yeah, James, going live, man. It's still new to me. I've been doing it a lot. Oh, we got a super chat. William Fulgham with a $4.99 super chat. No way the Mets stay under the luxury tax next season with Bauer and re-signing Lindor and Cano coming back. I think it just depends on the way they structure the contract. I think they could still give him a decent sized contract, but if they can make it work to where the average annual value is going to fit in the next few years, I think they can make it work. William, thank you so much. It's going to be interesting to see, William, how they do if they are able to stay under the luxury tax. If they are, I'm very interested to see how they do it. So, but hey, maybe they just blow right through it too. Maybe they're just like, all right, you know what, screw it. I don't think Steve Cohen wants to blow through the luxury tax though. I think he came into this year, and I think he wants to kind of put together a culture of not going through that luxury tax. Look at the Red Sox right now. Look at the Red Sox. They completely went through the luxury tax, and they're kind of paying for it right now. So, you know. Oscar, reports are the Cubs don't look at Bryant as a salary dump, so I think trade value is wrong. You know, that's such an interesting one. You know, I think with Chris Bryant, I do think he ends up getting more than what baseball trade value says. Gonna be interesting to see how that turns out. Yeah, Tremont. We're gonna have to wait and see. Do they get Bauer? I mean, they were supposedly gonna be getting Springer. It was looking likely. I think now, I think there's a better chance of them getting Bauer now than Springer. I mean, look out for the Blue Jays still too. You know, I don't think this is a done deal yet. But I think Bauer is interested in going with the Mets. I think he's interested in it. John G, Robbie, Ballcap, and Wardy is the YouTube I needed tonight. I wonder is Wardy live right now? I mean, he's got to be live, right? I mean, this is Trevor Bauer talk. Oh, Ballcap Sports is here. Hey, Robbie, what's going on? If you figure out streaming MLB The Show, you've got to let me know. Yeah, I really want to figure it out. I'm going to tell you all right now, first off, if I do start playing MLB The Show, like maybe once a week or something, I am really bad at MLB The Show. I am an MVP baseball kind of guy. I don't know if many of you in the chat played MVP Baseball 2005. That was the greatest baseball game of all time. All time. So I am just giving you a fair warning. If I play MLB The Show, I'm not very good at it. So you're going to have to, give me a bit of a break. But yes, Ballcap, if I figure that out, I will definitely let you know. I don't know. I don't know how the heck I figured out how to do this. Do this live streaming. So, but yeah, I'll definitely let you know, my friend. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by the way. Wardy had almost 700. Hey, Wardy, man, if you want to talk some Mets, Wardy is the guy. Go talk some Mets with Wardy. What's his name exactly? It's like Wardy NYM or something. I forgot the name exactly, but just type in Wardy Mets and you'll find him. Also, everyone, Ballcap was here. Go subscribe to Ballcap. Yeah, you talk some great stuff over there, my friend. Like I'll tell you, I put you on sometimes. I just have you on as like background, and it's just soothing. It's relaxing to the soul. So appreciate you going live as much as you are lately, my friend. Thank you. And also go follow Jolly Olive. I shouted him out yesterday. That guy's great. He kind of reminds me of not a Foolish Baseball level, but kind of like a Baseball Doesn't Exist channel. Go follow him too. He's really good. But Jolly Olive, go follow Jolly Olive. That's a great follow. He actually is a Mets fan too, so I wonder if Wardy is following him. He has a Mets podcast that he does. So thank you, Ballcat. Appreciate that. Yes, Tremont, Matz is out of here. I think with Matz, I think that's good. Get a fresh start. Blue Jays need depth, and that's good for the Blue Jays. You know, what I'm liking this offseason, besides the Yu Darvish trade, you're seeing a lot of fair trades this offseason. You're seeing a lot of teams. Where they're making trades and it's benefiting both teams. Look at the Ottavino trade with the Red Sox. The Red Sox, it gives them an arm for the bullpen, helps stabilize that bullpen a little bit for this year. They can try and be competitive. I think they could be a wild card team. I don't know. I really think watch out for the Red Sox. 85 wins. I think they could do 85 wins. I think that's possible. I think you could do that. But for the Ottavino trade, the Red Sox, they get a bullpen arm to stabilize things a little bit. They got a prospect out of it in Frank Herman. The Yankees got payroll relief. They signed Darren O'Day today, and they saved money that way. Darren O'Day is basically Adam Ottavino. Darren O'Day has actually put up better numbers than Ottavino in the last couple of years. So I like that move, and it gives the Yankees more money, too, if they want to bring Gardner back on a cheap deal. I like it. There's a lot of trades that are happening, and I'm liking it for a lot of, for both teams. So, odd. I cannot do that, my friend. I cannot. I'm not good at accents, on the, under pressure. I'm from England. I was born in England, and I lost my accent really quick. I talked like a little British. Oh, we got a super chat. Puro, Psycho Billy. Whose of anyone's jersey are you wearing? No one on the back. I just have the team. I'm boring like that. I just wear the team jerseys. They're also cheaper. So, yeah. If I were to get a guy on the back, man, who would I get on the back? I mean, I love Jackie Bradley, man. If he ends up coming back, I would love that. I love Jackie Bradley. That guy's awesome. That guy's glove, insane. But who would I put on the back now? Let's go look. I'm a visual guy. I do like JD Martinez. Do like me some Mr. JD Martinez. I think that would be a good name to put on the back. I'm also like a classic kind of a guy, too. I mean, I would definitely get Pedro. I've always been a big fan of Curt Schilling. I loved Curt Schilling when he was on the Red Sox. Loved him. Getting him on the back of my jersey would be fantastic. But current players, I loved Kevin Youkilis. Kevin Youkilis was probably my favorite Red Sox player of all time. Loved Kevin Youkilis so much. Pedroia is a solid one to do. Honestly, I really liked Bill Miller. Bill Miller on the Red Sox. I loved Bill Miller. I thought he was so underrated. I loved Bill Miller. I would happily get a Bill Miller jersey easily. But current players, I'll tell you. I liked what Bobby Dahlbeck had to bring to the table last year. That's such a Boston kind of a name, Bobby Dahlbeck. I love that name. I've liked Benintendi. I'm hoping on a bounce back season. I don't know. Other than that, Chris Sale. Chris Sale. I was looking at position players. I'd do Chris Sale. I'd get myself a Sale jersey. He's pretty cool. I do like Nasty Nate, Nathan Eovaldi. Do like me some Nasty Nate. I would happily get an Eovaldi jersey just to commend him for that performance in the World Series that year where it went 18 innings. So, but yeah, maybe in the future, who knows? We got another super chat coming up. Another super chat. Scooter McTutor with a $9.99 super chat. What color is a carrot? How deep is a 6 feet hole? Spell red. Beetlejuice edition. I'm going to be honest, Scooter. I have no idea what's going on with this. I'm very tired. Is this some riddle? Hold on. So, okay. A carrot is orange. How deep is 6 feet hole? Spell. What is this? What are you saying? Orange, 6 feet, RED. What is happening? I don't know what this means. I'm too tired for this. But for every time I see carrot, do you remember? I don't know if any of you remember. Did any of you ever go into Facebook comments years ago, 5-10 years ago? And would you ever see those comments where it was someone would write, I don't know if anyone is going to see this comment, but sometimes I like to bury myself into the dirt and pretend I'm a potato. Has anyone ever seen that comment? I would die laughing at that. And I would do that too, but except I wouldn't say potato, I would say carrot because I'm a carrot top. I got red hair. Anyway, yeah, don't listen to what I'm saying. But $9.99 super chat. Really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Had a few super chats tonight. Had one from... Got a few. William, Puro, Scooter. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Lawrence as well. Eobard. Thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate that. But everyone, I think that's all I got, everyone. I kind of wanted to just hop on here really quick. It's 11:30. I can't believe it was 10 o'clock, and I thought to myself, wow, I'm actually about to fall asleep. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to get an early night. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to have some coffee. I'm going to work on some more notes for a couple of videos that I'm making. And then all of a sudden, I see the Steven Matz trade, and I'm thinking, oh boy, well, nope, I got to go live here. So that's all I got, everyone. But if there is any news to report tomorrow night, you know where to find me. You'll find my ugly face at this desk looking at this camera. So, everyone, again, be on the lookout for Trevor Bauer. Maybe we might have some news tonight. You know what's probably going to happen? You know what's going to happen? I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to sign off, and they're going to announce Trevor Bauer to the Mets. I guarantee it's going to happen. It's happened before. It's probably going to happen again. And if it does happen, I'll be back here. Okay? So, but, yeah. That's all I got, everyone. Oh, Scooter McTutor with another $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much for that. A goodbye gift. I really appreciate that, my friend. But alrighty, everyone, have a good night. There's the super chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate the goodbye gift. But if Bauer does sign tonight, and if I'm not asleep, I'll hop back on here. But if not, then I will be back here tomorrow night to report whatever news is on the whatever news is out there. I'm falling asleep. All right, everyone. That's all I got for tonight. Thanks for coming out tonight. If you can, before I get out of here, hit that subscribe button if you are new, looking for more baseball content. We're trying to get to 6K by opening day. Hit that like button. Let's get this stream out to more people that weren't able to get here tonight so they can come back and watch it later. Go follow me on Twitter. I'm talking baseball there throughout the day. But everyone, that's all I have. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Hope you have a great rest of your night. And I'll talk to you next time.